To the gentleman from Missouri, Mr. Luetkemeyer.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. If there's no objection, I'd like to add to the record a copy of the letter that Mr. Micah was referring to during his questioning with Ms. Duke with regards to the 2 sheriff's employees.
Right. I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Mr. Micah referred to a letter that he was talking about with Ms. Duke. He'd like to just add that to the record if there's no objection to that.
Without objection.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As I've been listening to the comments this morning and going through the testimony and some of the summaries, it is very troubling to see what's going on here. One of the comments was, additionally, the DHS IG reported that on at least 21 occasions the agency failed to record a termination for default or cause in government-wide past performance databases, DLT. The staff with responsibility for suspension and disbarment viewed it as secondary to their duties. Disbarment and suspension decisions were not timely. USAID. The actions the agency did take were poorly executed. As I've said here on this committee over the past several months, it seems as though, and this morning is symptomatic of this, that we have a almost blatant disregard sometimes for the rules. We have a lack of will to enforce the rules that are there, and if not, just totally incompetent. And it's very disturbing to me because there should be oversight over all of this. I mean, when you get monies to be distributed, there should be a process in place for oversight immediately. That should be a part of the process of distribution of the money. And this morning, we talk about now we're going to take action here, now we're going to take action here, now we're going to do this. Where were you? Why didn't we do something before? Why did we have to come here? This should have been done months, if not years ago, in all of these situations. This is ridiculous. You guys are the first caretakers of the dollars, not us. We're the secondary group here. You are the first caretakers. I'd like to ask, how many of you are taxpayers? Show of hands, anybody a taxpayer? All of you?
If not, we're going to invite IRS to our next hearing.
Remember, you all are under oath now. How many of you are outraged about what's going on? By a show of hands. Any of you outraged about what's going on? Some of you know. You're not upset that there's taxpayers' dollars being wasted here, that people are being giving contracts that shouldn't be given contracts? There's some of you that are not outraged? I didn't see 6 hands. So you don't really care, Ms. Duke, is that right?
I very much care, yes.
You're not outraged with what's going on?
I am outraged if a company that should be disbarred is getting federal dollars, yes.
Why hasn't something been done before? Why is it now? Why does it take a hearing like this to raise this issue?
In DHS, in both the IG review and our review, we have no records of a company that should have been disbarred, or contract dollars going to a company that has been disbarred or is proposed for debarment. So I do agree that there are more things that need to be done.
Well, in one of these descriptions here, a summary of the report indicates that some individuals in the department felt that, or the staff felt that there was the suspension or disbarment was viewed as secondary to their duties. You know, I've served in the private sector, and I've served as a division director in the public sector as well. And I can tell you that whenever you have this sort of attitude, it tells me one of 2 things. Either they don't care, or they got way too much money, and they're willing to waste it. And that's got to stop. Mr. Chairman, I yield back, balance my time.